So your 401k match might be the most expensive money you've ever earned. Not because it's small, of course, but because of what it costs you to keep it. The bonus, the RSUs, the health insurance, all of it is designed very intentionally to make leaving any corporate job feel impossible. And you know what? It works because it doesn't just lock you in financially, it creates this psychological dependency that so many of us have suffered from. I'm Ayana, the co-founder you didn't know you needed. I've spent my career inside corporate building revenue-driving products, and now I help you take those same skills and build something that actually belongs to you. Because I promise you, once you understand how the system works, you're gonna stop confusing comfort with security. Everybody talks about the risk of leaving, but very few people are brave enough to talk about the risk of staying and calculating that cost. So today, we're gonna do a different kind of math. Not just looking at what you earn, but what are you giving up in order to earn it? Okay, let's break this down pretty simply. Let's say you make $200,000 a year. In a good year, maybe you get a raise and you get $210,000. Over the next 10 years, your income follows a predictable capped line. Now, compare that to professional independence, where in year one, maybe you make $100,000. In year two, you can double that to $200,000 with repeat clients. Year three, double it again. Year four, you can be in a different trajectory where you're getting brand deals, 500K into 1 million marks. When you're smart enough to control all the income from your expertise, you're on a different trajectory, a different ceiling. So when you stay for the match, you might be trading a multi-million-dollar lifestyle for $200,000 and a $20,000 bonus. That's not guaranteed. That's not safety. That's a trade most people never stop to really evaluate. When you think about all the expertise and how much money you've been making these companies and what you get in return for 15, 20 years of your life. And now I understand this argument about benefits, right? What about the benefits? Let's actually look at that because I myself didn't really understand how benefits worked until I became independent. A top tier health insurance plan on your own will roughly maybe cost you $800 to $2,000 a month. Let's call it $24,000 a year. Let's say you're in an expensive city, you have kids, you have a spouse, let's just go to the max. So if your independent work earns just $30,000 more than your salary, your benefits for the year are covered, which means this: the company isn't giving you benefits, you are paying for them through discounted labor, capped upside, and limited control. There is a cost to those benefits. It's just packaged in a way that feels safer because you're not actually having to do the work to get the benefits, but you can get benefits. The hardest part really isn't the math, because the math shows you that the logic of staying is illogical. It's the psychology, because the paycheck, it's predictable, it's consistent, it hits your account every 2 weeks, and it makes everything feel okay for the moment. It softens the frustration of life, it delays decisions, and over time, you might just forget about it and stop asking, is this really working for me? But guess what's not forgetting? Your nervous system. Every time you give away your time, energy, expertise, freedom, and control, your nervous system is taking count. I know you're here because you have an inkling that you want to start a business. I want you to hear me when I say you must work on shifting from an employee mindset to thinking of yourself as a business unit. To break the golden handcuffs for good, we just have to have a different lens on success and money. Stop seeing yourself as an employee and start seeing yourself as an asset, because you are. A business unit asks questions about returns. What is the return on my time? Is this environment actually increasing my value or capping it? Is my upside as a professional aligned with my effort? And if the answer to these questions is no, a business unit, an asset, doesn't stay out of loyalty, it pivots, because assets seek to grow, always. Now, this is not about shaming anyone for staying. I stayed too. I was in corporate for 13 years. There are seasons where staying in a job that drains you is just what you have to do, and I understand that. But staying without the awareness, that's where people lose years. They lose lifetimes. The handcuffs don't feel heavy at first until you realize how long you've been wearing them. If you're ready to take a look at the numbers and really see how you can turn your expertise into something that pays you exponentially, stay tuned. When I work with my clients, I walk them through real compensation versus their potential earning power when they're on their own. That's how we get to empowered pricing, because clarity will change your decisions. In the final video of the series, we're zooming out. because I want you to understand why professional independence is not just an option, it's becoming a necessity in 2027.